In the pages of history, there are countless stories of wisdom, filled with lessons for generations. And among those stories are the extraordinary judgments of Caliph Ali, decisions so profound that they continue to amaze minds even today. Let me share with you one such story. One day, 3 men came to Caliph Ali. They seemed troubled, almost helpless. They explained their problem. Our father passed away, leaving behind 17 camels. Before his death, he gave clear instructions on how these camels should be divided among us. The first son must receive half of the inheritance. The second son should receive 1/3, and the youngest should receive 1/9. But, O Caliph, when we try to divide the camels, the numbers simply don't work out. We are stuck. What should we do? Now think about it for a moment yourself. 17 camels. Half of 17 would be 8.5. But how can you give half a camel? It's impossible. Similarly, 1/3 of 17 is not a whole number, and 1/9 is even more complicated. No matter how they tried, the division never seemed fair, and the family was at a loss. The people waited anxiously, hoping for a solution. That is when Caliph Ali, with his extraordinary wisdom, smiled gently. He gave an order to his servant, "Go to the treasury and bring me 1 camel." Soon, the servant returned with a camel, and Caliph Ali added this single camel to the herd of 17. Now, the total number of camels was 18. Then he turned to the eldest son and said, "You were promised half of the camels. Half of 18 is 9. Here are your 9 camels." The eldest was overjoyed. He received his share in full numbers, no fractions, no confusion. Next, Caliph Ali called the second son. "You were promised 1/3. 1/3 of 18 is 6. Here are your 6 camels." The second son received his share, completely satisfied. Finally, he called the youngest son. "You were promised 1/9. 1/9 of 18 is 2. Here are your 2 camels." The youngest too received exactly what his father had instructed. Now, let's do the math together. 9 plus 6 plus 2 equals 17. That means each son got exactly what was rightfully his. And the 1 camel that Caliph Ali had borrowed from the treasury? It was still left over. So, he returned it back to the treasury, unharmed and untouched. The people stood in awe. What seemed like an unsolvable problem was solved so beautifully, without injustice, without loss, and without breaking the instructions of the Father. This story isn't just about camels. It is about wisdom. It is about leadership. It is about solving the impossible with intelligence, fairness, and creativity. And this is why the judgments of Caliph Ali are remembered with such admiration even today. They remind us that sometimes the solution to our biggest problems may simply be about looking at things differently, with fairness and clarity.